welcome to Inside Evil Interrogations, the channel where we dissect some of the darkest criminal minds and explore the psychology behind their actions. Today, we focus on the chilling case of Johnny Lee Trigg, a man whose life took a violent turn after a prolonged dispute with his neighbor, Maquan Taylor. Trigg's account of the events leading up to the fatal shooting paints a picture of relentless harassment, where he describes Taylor as a relentless bully who allegedly made his life unbearable through a series of constant, petty grievances and intimidations. Trigg claims that this tension had been simmering for months, with Taylor allegedly targeting him over minor disagreements, escalating from small disputes to what he described as intolerable harassment. According to Trigg, these repeated provocations pushed him to his breaking point, until one fateful day, he made a life-altering decision to confront Taylor, ending in a fatal shooting. However, the story doesn't end there. After the shooting, Trigg was involved in a tense, hours-long standoff with the Swat team, during which he barricaded himself, contemplating his next move. The standoff was eventually resolved, and Trigg was arrested. This interrogation offers a complex glimpse into Trigg's state of mind as he grapples with the fallout from his actions. His responses reveal a troubling blend of frustration, fear, and even flashes of remorse as he begins to confront the reality and consequences of his decisions. In this episode, we'll unpack Trigg's statements and examine his motives, reactions, and attempts to justify his actions. As detectives apply pressure, Trigg's narrative begins to shift, exposing the raw emotional turmoil that ultimately led him to commit a violent crime. Join us as we explore the psychological layers of Johnny Lee Trigg's interrogation and the factors that drove him to a point of no return. If you're interested in forensic breakdowns of real-life cases, don't forget to subscribe for more insight into the darkest corners of the human mind. Trigg opens up by describing his ongoing issues with Taylor, characterizing him as a bully who made life increasingly difficult. He recounts specific incidents of harassment, framing his actions as the result of pent-up frustration from repeated confrontations over trivial matters. Trigg speaks with a tense tone, emphasizing that he couldn't take it anymore. Forensic experts would note Trigg's tone as indicative of someone attempting to rationalize his actions by focusing on the provocations leading up to the crime, a common technique among suspects trying to justify a violent response.
Alright, Mr. Trigg. Alright, so obviously we're here to talk about a homicide. Okay, man. The incident happened last Wednesday, the 18th, episode of Bass on West Stewart. Okay, you currently staying on West Stewart?
I go check on my dad every day. My dad's back daddy.
Okay, is it your dad's apartment there?
Yes.
And that's 1719 West Stewart?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you go there every day and check on him?
Check on my dad, but prior to any of this, I pulled up to my dad's residence, and I was approached and assaulted with a pistol. He knocked out. He got pretty guns in my face. Told me he'd kill me. He about back over my property. I don't even know this gentleman. Never spoke to him, never seen him. And I had not been going down here to see my dad on a regular basis because of this gentleman.
When did all that happen?
The 22nd or 23rd
Of April? Okay, so last month?
The guy told me the next time he seen me and the opportunity presented itself, I was the dad, man. And that morning, I was just getting my belongings, trying to move to my new residence. God came out. He seen me, had on all blue. Went back in the house. and came back with a gun. Same gun, smacked me in the mouth with.
He came out. Who's he? Who's the guy that came out with the gun? The dead gentleman? Where did he come out of?
His girlfriend's house, which is 2 doors from my door.
2 doors from your door?
Good morning, excuse me. He seen me, went back in the house. This time I was coming back out with a trash can, put it in the back of my truck. The guy came back out the house, gun in hand, looking for me.
Did he say anything to you?
Yeah, motherfucker.
What he said?
Yeah,
He
motherfucker.
said, yeah, motherfucker.
I got kids that guy's age.
Mm-hmm. You ever seen this guy before? Before all this incident and everything like that?
Yeah, every time I would go see my dad, I would see him. Never knew the guy. Never had no altercations, run-ins with him, anything. I don't know why. He chose it.
And when he hit you in the mouth with a gun over a month, did you go to the hospital or anything?
Yes.
Where'd you go to?
Money got
You went
it.
to the valley?
I got it. Fractured gun line.
Okay.
Listen to my old Porsche. No longer in between my guns. They all tore up where he getting it around with.
Good. You make a police report at that time?
I'm not gonna lie to you, sir. That was a major pain. By the time they gave me my medications, I was so out of it.
Okay.
I just was willing to leave it alone. I said, I don't even know the guy. I tried to move, to alleviate everything.
Okay.
The guy just constant, every chance he got, told me.
Where'd you get the gun that you used?
The round?
Around? Okay. Are you allowed to carry a gun?
No, sir.
Okay.
I've been shot.
Okay. And your leg
I
before?
don't know who shot me.
Okay.
So, I never wanted to hurt nobody. It was for my protection.
Alright. Tell me what happened before that assault and everything. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that we know.
Before the assault,
Yeah, you need to start being truthful with me.
I am, sir.
Okay? Because I know a lot more than you think I do.
Sir, I'm
Okay.
telling you the God honest
So,
truth.
from the beginning.
Give me a polygraph,
Okay,
sir.
so from the beginning, tell me what happened before this incident, before this assault when he hit you in the mouth. Where did this all start at? How did this all start?
It started in the DeSoto Bass. I pull up. I got 2 relatives in a vehicle. I pull up. The gentleman curbside me. I said, I'm just pulling up to this wood. I took all aggressive and notch. I took. You ain't never took nothing from me. I bought, you bought it, I lended it to you.
What did he take? Or what did he borrow from you?
Fucking bag of fucking charcoal.
This was the same day.
I approached him about my property.
Okay? So this was all the same day.
Everybody over here will tell you I did nothing wrong. I tried to avoid this man. I haven't even been going to see my dad on a regular basis because of this gentleman. And every fucking time this gentleman would see one of my vehicles, he would come and tell me, Every fucking time.
Detectives shift to the day of the shooting, asking Trigg to walk them through his decision-making process. He describes a heated argument that he claims turned physical, insisting that he felt threatened. Trigg grows visibly emotional, expressing regret, but clinging to the narrative that he acted in self-defense. He admits to losing control, indicating a moment of impulsivity. Forensic analysis would highlight this as an effort to portray the incident as reactionary rather than intentional, a tactic often employed by suspects seeking to minimize perceived premeditation.
Ask me, do you know me? Where do you know me from? Why do you keep bothering me? I'm tired of prison. You see me all the time. You see me with my kids. You see what I'm doing. And let me beg you, please. I don't want problems. I don't want problems.
So he borrows a bag of charcoal from you. He repays you, supposedly. And then he just pulls out a pistol and hits you with it. Okay, so this was a month ago. Okay, so last week on the 18th.
No, I'm gonna go back.
Okay, well,
For that, I seen him at the state store.
mm-hmm.
And he fucked with me. Well, got my little alcohol beverage.
What do you mean he fucked with you? What?
Him and two of his guys pulled behind my truck, talking shit. I was with my other guy, man, fuck them. Little young punks, and I don't know them. I don't even know the guy for the guy. Even keep up with them. I can tell you two things about him, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And then what?
Morning. All I was trying to do was get my property and cover my debt. That guy was gonna fucking hurt me, man.
Was he going to his? So he came out of his apartment. You came out of your apartment.
No. As he was coming out his apartment on his way wherever he was going.
What time is this? About
Early.
Okay.
My dad usually get his insulin. He usually want his insulin around 5:30, no later than 6. So it had to been around 6:20, I believe, 6:25.
Okay.
And guy came out. I was put toilet shoes in the back of my truck. The man was halfway to his vehicle, locked out with me, turned around, went back into his residence. He came back out. Looking for
Trigg is trying to suggest that this was self-defense, but there is only his word to support this claim.
How do you know he's looking for you?
shit. When you see me coming, I was going back in as he was going back in. Grab my, cause I got all my stuff right there in the door. I know y'all seen that when y'all went in the apartment. All my stuff is lying by the door. For me to just load my truck and go. Man came back out. Locked eyes with me. Weapon in hand. Came from around my truck. The weapon that I had was inside the truck. When he came around, I was already weapon in hand. He looked, seen the weapon, retrieved fire. The man had a weapon. I had a weapon. I've been shot before. I took my family's foot and knife.
How many times did you shoot?
Okay.
You know what?
Don't give me the line.
How many times do you think you shot?
Probably 6. I never take.
So when you go to shoot, when you shoot the first time, what's he do? Does he take off running? Does he go back in the apartment?
No. He took off.
The forensics team found 3 casings at the scene.
Trying to, I guess, the element of surprise. He was trying to, I don't know, I can't say what the man was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just know. I'm tired of prison and I want to turn it down.
So when you go to shoot though, so you shoot the first time. Does he take off running away from the apartment and the cars and you shoot, you continue to shoot? Let me ask you this, did your gun jam at any time? Or misfire? I think you can. I think there's some stuff that you're not telling me that you want to get, that's really holding you down. All right, listen. I told you. I told you. There's a lot more that I know.
Honest truth, sir.
There's a lot. I don't think you are. There's a lot more to this story than you're not telling me.
Sir,
All right.
I'm telling you the God, honest truth, man. Everything transpires, sir. I'm not fabricating anything.
When you went to fire the first time, did your gun jam or did it misfire?
The first time? Or the incident?
Of this incident that happened almost a week ago. That involved shooting this guy.
No, I don't, like I said, sir. Like, I'm not lying to you. I'm not fabricating anything to you, sir. I'm telling you the God, honest truth of that took place, sir. I don't know what stories you got. I don't know any of this. All I can tell you, sir, is what I encountered, what I experienced.
Okay, you know at that time, there's other people that are up, right?
I couldn't tell
And you
you.
know, okay, no, I'm telling you, there's other people that are up and out and about at that time. There's other people that saw what happened. Okay? They saw what happened.
Exactly.
And
I'm not fabricating anything.
we're trying to come, you know, we obviously, everybody's got a story. Everybody sees what they saw, and you were obviously the one involved in it. And, you know, for the most part, I think you're being truthful. There's some stuff that I'm just going to call out.
I'm telling you, God, honest truth, sir. You can give me a polygraph right now.
Okay, so if what you're saying is true, this gentleman had a gun, and you're claiming that you shot in self-defense. Why didn't you stay there for the police and tell your side of the story then instead of being on the run for almost a week?
You know, I listened to my counsel. I obtained counsel the very next day. My counsel told me, just chill out, do what you've been doing. Let me sort through this shit. That's all I've been doing.
Who's your counsel?
Charles Slicer.
Okay, so Mr. Slicer told you to stay on the run?
He told me to sit back, chill out, and let him sort through this mess I had myself into.
Okay.
First was this a felonious assault. The dynamics was going to change, I was understanding. Now it's a murder. That's what I'm facing.
Yeah, because the guy died.
I heard.
Yeah, he died. He died on Saturday.
I was nervous about
Mr. Trigg, where were you standing when you shot the first time?
Side my truck.
All right, next to your truck.
Like the driver's side or the passenger side?
Driver's side.
Driver's side, okay.
Because I came from the driver. Came from the driver's side.
And then the next shot that you fired, where do you think you were at?
Probably in between my vehicle and his.
And what kind of vehicle does he have? Or what color is it at least?
I believe it was his girlfriend's vehicle.
Remember what color it was?
Detectives challenged Trigg's self-defense claim, questioning the specifics of the altercation and introducing witness statements that contradict his account. Trigg's responses become evasive as he struggles to reconcile his story with the new information, repeating that he felt no other choice but to defend himself. His demeanor shifts to one of frustration and defeat, suggesting an internal acknowledgement of the weaknesses in his narrative. Forensic experts would interpret this as a typical sign of narrative collapse, where the suspect is caught between justifying his actions and realizing the limits of his account.
Gold, tanner, teal, teal color.
Okay. Now, as you were firing at him, obviously he's running away from you.
No,
Taylor was struck in the back and the side, which shatters Trigg's claim of self-defense.
Well, he's shot in the back, so obviously he's running away from you.
yeah.
So he's running away from you.
Yes.
And you're continuing to fire at him.
No, well, yes. He couldn't have been running because if y'all could clearly see, it wasn't just one gun being fired.
No, it was just one gun
Yeah, it
being
was.
fired.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, no other guns were being fired.
Really?
Yes. And he's shot in the back, which is an indicator that he was running away.
No, sir.
Then how was he shot in the back?
He was shot in the back. Probably from the angle that I was standing and the angle that he was standing. That's the only thing I can recall. Like I said, sir.
Because you shot a car, you shot him in the back.
Once I seen weapon in hand, dude, that's just like if I had a weapon and y'all seen me with a weapon in hand, but what are y'all gonna do?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, like there's no weapon recovered at the scene. There's no other casings recovered at the scene. Everyone else that we interviewed said that he's walking out to the car, getting into the car when you open fire on him. So, and we've got that from different witnesses. They're all confirming that.
No, sir.
So to us, it makes sense that you'd been beaten multiple times by this guy who sounds like an absolute jackass, pardon my language, and you were upset and angry, understandably, and this was your opportunity.
No, sir. My opportunity was to get my belongings and get the fuck.
Taylor was unarmed, and Trigg could have left at any time. He continues to lie, even though there were multiple witnesses to the incident.
My new residence. That was my opportunity. I just signed my lease. I fear this guy. I haven't even been going down there to check on my father on a regular basis because of this guy. You hear what I'm saying to you? Every chance this guy got to fucking told me, he told me. Every fucking chance he got. I don't even know this guy. Never had no dealings with him, no altercations with him, no nothing. That's why I don't understand why he did all of what he did to me.
I believe
my
that.
property.
I believe
Over
all of that.
my property.
I believe that.
Stuck a gun in my face, approximately 5 to 7 minutes. You told me you would kill me. You smacked me a second time, and at this time, I'm asking you, why?
And I believe
all this over me telling you what you can do and not do with my property. I don't care what it is. What would give you? Okay, prime example. The same $10 he tried to give me, he could have went and got his own fucking trunk up. He was nitpicking, constantly picking, bullying me.
he absolutely was bullying you.
He was fucking bullying me.
And Mr. Trigg, no one's even questioning that, because that's, I mean, we've heard that from multiple people, that he was an absolute bully.
I didn't tell you, man, I'm a good guy. I'm a God-fearing man, and all I came home trying to do.
While Taylor may very well have been harassing and bullying Trigg, it doesn't change the fact that he was unarmed at the time.
Man, stay the fuck out of trouble. I did so much I never done. Can you think got my license, insurance, life insurance policy, my own place of residence now. I was doing so fucking good for myself, man. I was doing something I never did in 44 fucking years for myself, man. Only for this gentleman to come and fuck with me for what? I'm still puzzled. I did nothing wrong to this gentleman whatsoever.
Because he was a bully, man.
I did nothing wrong to him.
He was
This
a bully.
man put a pistol to my face, smacked me in the mouth with it. Put it to my face for 5 to 7 minutes. My cousins that was in the vehicle with me will verify. My little brother came at the ass in and seen everything. My mouth busted open. The man still got the fucking gun in my face. And I got mad. And I told him to shoot me. If it meant that much to you, you gotta do all this over my shit, man. Really? You doing all this to me over my shit? The same $10 you could have went and bought your own fucking truck over. You was bullying me. For me to pull up and how he was aggressive, obnoxious, I pull up to this. Just imagine you pulling up to your residence.
He said, we get you're mad over him, taking your stuff, trying to pay back.
No.
So after all this,
No. I wasn't even mad about that.
what are you mad about?
This shit transpired so fast.
Yeah.
He had set in his mind to do all of what he wanted to do from the time my vehicle pulled up.
Yeah.
On April 22nd. This guy was a jerk, man. I get it. The problem is that going back to the 18th. Hear me out. Yeah, all right. So, but if we go fast forward to the 18th, all right, which was last week, we've got you shooting at him, standing in the road. Then we've got your additional casings going down the sidewalk as if you're going down towards Danner, continuing to shoot. And then we've got a windshield that's shot out, and we've got him shot in the back. I mean, so you're pursuing after him. You're alleging you're in fear for your life.
I'm telling you, the guy.
But you're pursuing him.
For you to tell me that there was not a gun on the scene, where is the gun?
I don't think there was one.
Yes, it was, sir.
Where was the gun that you used at?
The gun that I used, I don't know. It was on. It should have been on the scene.
Where at?
It should have been right beside his fucking vehicle. See what I'm saying?
Did you drop it after you shot him?
Yeah, I panicked when I seen that gun in that man's hand. The same fucking gun. He smacked me in the mouth with it, so I know.
Yeah.
I had a clip hanging out that long. That's how I know. The man had a weapon in hand when he came back out for the second time.
Okay, so after the shooting, where'd you go? Did you go back in your apartment?
Yes, I did.
Then, did you go out the back door or out the front door when you left before?
No, actually, I stayed there. I was trying to find my cell phone. I couldn't find no cell phone.
Were you inside the apartment?
Keys, my house keys were still there. My door was wide open. I ran out of there. I was in fear for my life.
Did you run out the front door?
No,
Like Stewart Street side?
Yeah, Stewart Street side.
I ran towards the park, the Stewart Street side, yes.
And where'd you go from there?
When I left there, I went to my mom's house first.
Yeah.
I let my mom know what took place. She told me, well, running ain't gonna make you better. I said, no, I'm not running. I said, I need an attorney. And I contacted the attorney, counsel. My counsel been telling me since the incident, sit back, chill, see what I gotta do. Sweat through this shit. Right now, it's a felonious assault, but the dynamics should change.
So what'd you do with the gun?
The gun was on the scene.
No, and
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's how I know it's some bullshit involved. The gun that was used should have still been on the scene, and the gun that he had should have still been on his person, man.
I'm telling you right now, there's no guns on scene.
That's
and
what,
hold on.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Listen. Officers were there pretty quickly after the shooting came out. Okay? There's eyewitnesses, multiple eyewitnesses that watched this whole thing transpire, and ain't none of them, not one of them said this dude ran up and got the gun and took it into this apartment, or you dropped the gun. No, they're saying he's run away, you shot him, you ran back into your apartment, then the police showed up. And then obviously, a SWAT standoff happened and everything when you weren't even in.
All of the evidence is stacking up against Trigg, but he still refuses to tell the truth.
In the final phase, detectives confront Trigg with the reality of his actions and the aftermath, including his standoff with the SWAT team. Trigg's tone becomes subdued, and he acknowledges the seriousness of his actions, expressing a blend of remorse and resignation. He admits he made a mistake and reflects on the consequences he now faces, indicating an awareness of the legal outcome awaiting him. Forensic experts would view this as a partial acceptance of guilt, where Trigg's emotions shift from frustration to reluctant acceptance as he confronts the severity of his actions and their impact.
And you were at your mom's now, as you say.
Yes.
Okay? So, you didn't drop the gun.
Sir, the gun should have still been on the scene. I'm telling you the gun is true, sir. The gun should have still
Okay, so let me ask you this. So since this, okay, you haven't been at your mom's house since then.
No.
Where you been at?
Standing there last night. I talked to my sister probably around, I ain't got my phone, probably around.
Is it that blue phone that was in there?
Yeah, I was probably around 3 this morning. She was getting up for work.
Mm-hmm.
I was on man, just wandering around. Just really want to get this shit behind me. I haven't had a good night's rest since this shit happened.
I bet you've been on the run and all this stuff's been in your head.
But I want to get this behind me.
Where's your truck at?
Hell, my mom's. I told it to my mom's.
Okay. All right.
What kind of gun did you have?
9.
The 9. What, do you know what kind it was? And what brand, brand or anything like that? Okay. All right. So what time did you get to your sister's this morning? Have you been staying at your sister's?
No, this is the first night I ever stayed with my sister.
So you went there last night. What time?
Last night.
What time?
Well, this morning, actually around.
This morning?
Yeah, around.
Okay.
She had to be to work at 5, so it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay. And so she lets you go sleep on the couch or in the bedroom?
On the couch.
You're on the couch, see right there on the left?
On the sofa. Right
Okay.
there.
Alright.
And then, like I said, I woke up this morning to this. And thank y'all for not hurting me. Thank y'all for not hurting me. Really appreciate you.
So what about the gun that was found in the couch? Straight up, is that the gun? Don't listen.
No, sir.
Be straight.
No, sir.
The gun that was in the couch,
No, should have still been on the scene, sir.
Gun went on scene.
So what was the deal with the gun on the couch?
I don't know nothing about no gun in no couch.
Here's Trigg, we've been being very respectful.
Sir, I would tell you to go DNA the gun, fingerprint me. I don't know nothing about no gun in no couch.
Okay, so if your DNA is not on that gun, do you mind if we collect your DNA to compare it? So we'll do that in a little bit, okay? The cell phone, that's your cell phone, the blue one that was right there on the little table, okay? Which phone number is that?
Actually, that was my sister's phone.
That's your sister's phone? She's saying it's not her phone.
The phone that I got, that's my big sister's phone. That's the phone I've been using. It
What number is that?
520. Is it 520? 7251.
937 area code.
937. Do you know the passcode on that phone?
Yeah.
What's the passcode?
0737.
And that's your sister's phone? Okay. All right. What's your sister's name?
Lakita.
Lakita? All right. Do you know where she stays at?
Any place.
Benny Place? Okay. All right. All right. Like I said, these are the DNA swaps, okay? So anything else on that gun, okay, I'm gonna send the gun and I'm gonna send these to the lab just to compare it, okay? Have you ever done these before? Okay. Basically, I'll open it, I'll have you grab it, just swab the inside of your cheeks and everything really good, okay? And then we'll put them right back in here, all right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
You'll grab both of them. Swab both inside your cheeks real well. Back in there. Alright, thanks, sir. Alright.
Now, let's step up for a minute.
Okay, give us just a minute, okay, Mr. Trigg. Need anything right now?
No,
You got your Pepsi?
Can I have a cigarette?
Huh? Give us just a minute on that, okay? Alright, Mr. Trigg. Alright, just a couple follow-up questions. You alright, buddy? Alright. Have you been staying at your sister's house before this at all? So you're not living with your sister over on Redwood where we got this. You literally went over there at 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, that's it.
My phone?
Okay. But I'm just saying, you don't have any clothes there, you don't get mail there, nothing, right? Okay. Were you by yourself when you went over there? Were you by yourself when you went over there, or did your girlfriend go over there?
Well, my cousin dropped me off over there.
What's your cousin? Is this the same cousin that was with you during?
The accident?
What's your cousin's name?
Leslie Owens.
What is it?
Leslie Owens.
Leslie Owens? Yeah. And they dropped you off over on Redwood. Was anybody else with you?
No, he dropped me. I didn't want him to know where I was going.
Okay.
So he dropped me off at, what's that gonna be, Dead Door in Redwood?
Okay.
Okay, like a blackout.
Block up and you walk
I
down.
didn't want him to know where I was going.
Okay.
And you were by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tawana wasn't with you?
No, when I got to my sister's this morning,
Mm-hmm.
I had called her, cause she had called me yesterday, and told me that, the U.S. Marshals was looking for me. And I was like, well, shit, I ain't running from nobody. I'm just doing what my counsel told me to do. Like right now, I ain't supposed to be doing this, but I did nothing wrong. I don't feel I've done anything wrong.
Okay. But again, just to confirm, when you got to your sister's house this morning, you were by yourself, and you have not seen your girlfriends.
No, I seen her this morning.
Where did you see her at?
She came to my sister's.
She came over to Redwood?
When you got there this morning?
No, actually, when y'all got the call, when y'all was at her house this morning, she came to see me. She brought me some cigarettes. Brought me a pack of cigarettes. And it was so crazy, it was so coincidental because at the same time she bring me the cigarettes up and she dropped her grandbaby off at school. Y'all was calling me.
Okay. So did you ever come inside the house, or did she just drop off the cigarettes to you?
But she came in for a brief second.
Okay.
The detectives are trying to determine if his family was knowingly harboring a suspect, so the proper charges can be made if needed.
Nothing.
Anything else can you tell us, Mr. Trigg?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. When was the last When was the last time you talked to Mr. Schleifer?
Today too, Monday?
Okay.
Monday? 'Cause I
Today's
started
Wednesday.
Today's
coming-
Wednesday, so Monday.
Monday. He had docket court yesterday,
Okay.
so I was gonna contact him again today.
Okay.
Cause I just, like I said, I just wanna get this behind me, man. Whatever come out of this, man, I just want it behind me.
Okay.
I did nothing wrong, man. I swear I never remember any of this shit.
Okay.
You can't just keep fucking tormenting the person and you steady playing with this fucking gun.
All right, Mr. Trigg, it's just going and driving. We'll be right back in. All right. We'll be in the
Johnny Lee Trigg's 40-minute interrogation reveals a suspect torn between justifying his actions and facing the reality of his decisions. His shifting emotions, from frustration to partial remorse, reflect the complexities of someone grappling with the consequences of a fatal encounter. This case underscores how even brief interrogations can reveal a suspect's internal struggle, exposing the psychological conflict between rationalization and accountability. For more forensic breakdowns of criminal cases, subscribe to Inside Evil Interrogations and join us as we examine the minds behind these intense, real-life stories.